Fox.com.
You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Here we go! Yo, welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. Yes, wake up indeed. I'm still waking up, getting my caffeine in. I got to prepare for a big day, Rico.
You got a new sound bit.
No, I've had that.
You've had that?
Yeah. I bust it out for special occasions. When I'm trying to wake up my mind and unclog my ear. Very weird stuff that's going on in my head right now. But let me hit it one more time. You know, this wake up, I'll tell you a fun little story about this wake up sound drop. This thing has been around since the 80s. And I used to listen to a morning radio DJ named Bruce Kelly up in Phoenix. And he had a bit where he would wake people up, where significant others would call into his radio station and they would say, hey, you know, can you prank my husband or whatever? And then he would send like a mariachi band to their house at like 5:30 in the morning and then wake them up by playing mariachi music, something like that. You know, fun, wacky radio stuff.
Right.
And then when they would get on the phone and be like, I'll kill you. I'll kill everyone in your family. And he'd be like, hey, this is Bruce Kelly.
You got me, Bruce.
You got me so good. I defecated myself, but man, that was funny, Bruce.
I just punched 5 mariachis. Thanks a lot, bro.
Yeah, I just murdered an entire band, but man, I'm laughing.
Man.
I'm rolling over laughing, Bruce. Oh, man.
Wake it up.
You got me. My wife is such a whore. All right, so, and then, you know, that drop, though, this iconic drop for me, because I was listening to this at like 8 years old.
Got PTSD from this.
No, it just stuck with me. It stuck with me. It's one of the reasons why I always wanted to do radio. And when I'm piecing together little sound drops for the radio show, I came across this gem and I'm like, oh yeah, I got to keep that. You know, put that in my back pocket.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So, and if you ever get sleepy, then you never know. I might drop it on you like a mariachi band.
Wakey.
Yeah, be ready for it. All right, we have a lot of things going on during the show today. It's Tap Out Thursday. Normally, this is a Tap Out Tuesday, but we had to move it to Thursday. We're going to have a manager, Shane, from Tucson Games and Gadgets. It's a fantastic comic book store / bar that's in Tucson Mall. And with Tap Out, it's a game that I put together and I've been waiting to play for a while. It's a trivia game. We're going to use only one contestant, and they have to answer 5 questions in a row. For each question they get right, they'll get a $20 gift certificate to Tucson Games and Gadgets. But here's the kicker. They only have 5 seconds to answer each question. If they don't know the answer, they could tap out and collect whatever they've accumulated. So if they got 2 answers right and they tap out on the third question, they get $40 in gift certificates. And then the leftover gift certificates go to what I call our scavenger listeners. And those are listeners that are rooting for this person to fail. And as soon as we reveal that, there's extra gift certificates giveaway, then we'll give them out to the next few callers. So it's going to be a fun game. It's called Tap Out, and we're going to do that today at 8:30. Also,
cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Also, we have tickets for Ghost and Volbeat with a Ghost new album to throw all together. That's going to be at 7 o'clock. So you're tuning in at 7 o'clock to find out how you're going to win those. And while you're at it, you can go to KFMA.com to enter to qualify to win the autographed guitar from Ghost. The thing is pretty badass. I didn't get to see it in person because Razor's hoarding it, but I seen a picture of it. It looks cool. So we have that going on and so much more. You know, Rico was just telling me about Heather McDonald. Was it Heather McDonald?
Yeah, the comedian.
Yeah, the comedian. You recognize her from like Chelsea Lately. Well, she made national news just a couple days ago because she was performing at the Tempe Improv, a place where Rico used to work.
That's right.
And while she was doing her set, like second joke in, she just passed out, and you saw it, and you said it looked scary.
It was. I mean, it's not fun to see anybody go through that, obviously, but yeah, it's a little eerie.
Did it look like she was gonna die? Is that what it was?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's like, I guess I don't know. I haven't read the complete update on what exactly caused it, this or that. But
Well,
it's like
fill me in.
It was. I wasn't filming it. It's on the internet.
No. I said fill me in.
Oh, fill you.
Yes. It was what caused it?
I don't know. It could be a brain hemorrhage. Just I don't know. She's okay now. I mean, more or less. I mean, that's quite the. It's kind of messed up though, thinking about how that could be like her best promo now.
Yeah, it is upsetting. But, in these situations, consider herself lucky because she was around a bunch of people. I was just reading an interview with Bob Odenkirk. He plays Saul in Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah.
He was also in Nobody. Yeah, he's fantastic. And you remember that he actually suffered a heart attack on the set of Better Call Saul last year. Mm-hmm. Now, initially, the reports was he suffered a mild heart attack. And after like a week or so, he was able to go back to work. But that wasn't the case at all. It turns out they had to use the defibrillator 3 times on the dude to bring his pulse back. So he flatlined on set. But
that was frightening.
Yeah, it's terrifying, but extremely lucky at the same time to have this happen while you're on set, surrounded by people, and you're the star of the show. Right. So there's paramedics there on call. Everyone was ready, just in case of an emergency, not for him, just in general. It's to cover insurance purposes. Yeah. And they were able to instantly go in there and save him. If they weren't there and they didn't have a defibrillator on hand, he wouldn't be here. And we wouldn't have a finale to Better Call Saul. Don't be
the most upsetting part.
I know. I'm being selfish. I want to see that finale. But,
come on.
And I think he's a great actor. So that's a very scary thing. And that it could have happened with Heather as well. But fortunately enough, she was around a bunch of people in Tempe Improv and they were able to get her medical assistance like immediately.
And the crazy thing about a comedy show, it's like anything that goes crazy off the rails on stage, the instant thought is this a bit?
Right.
Like, is this, wow, she's in a pantomiming now. Crazy.
Yeah, but she was like halfway through a joke.
And then boom.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll be like, she's dying up there. That's comedy slang.
Killing it.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of like luck, I'll give you an example of not having somebody around. Oh my God, I got to take a break because I'm getting so raspy.
You went down an octave.
Hello, ladies.
Hey.
Okay, so the autopsy results, Bob Saget was just revealed yesterday.
Hit his head too.
Yeah. And this is another example. So he wasn't around a bunch of people when he needed it. He was in bed, but yeah, he hit his head and his brain bled, and that's what we found out there. So. Yeah.
Yikes.
That's how we'll start off today. It's a feel good Thursday, but
to wear a helmet all the time. Everybody.
Right. I mean, Heather needed it. And of course, Bob Odenkirk. They were both very lucky to be surrounded by people. Unfortunately, Bob Saget was not. Yeah. All right, let's get the show moving. We got the Morning Moron coming up, Volbeat and System of a Down, and Chili Peppers.
Yeah.
No. I'm taking it out.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got that kind of swing around here.
Big moves.
Oh, wait. I'm getting a phone call from management. I got to get yelled at real quick. We'll be back after System of a Down. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Let's go. Woo! One KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Very excited to have this guest in studio. I actually recently did a Dungeons and Dragons night a couple months ago with our good friend Todd, the Dungeon Master, in the room at Tucson Games and Gadgets at the Tucson Mall, which also has the Short Rest Tavern in it, which blows my mind because it's the first time I've ever seen a bar that wasn't connected to like a restaurant per se. Inside the mall. I have Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets in studio. Good morning, Shane.
Morning, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining us because, it's one of the coolest spots here in Arizona, especially for comic book fans, game fans in general. But to have the Short Rest Tavern attached to it and sell copious amounts of mead, which Rico and I were learning about the definition of mead. Real quick, tell our listeners what mead is and why they want to try it.
Well, mead's a honey wine, so basically it's generally fairly sweet, but they've come to a point where they can tone that down in different meads, and there's a bunch of different ones. Everything from, I was saying we carried a Mead Marion, which is blueberry, blackberry, raspberry mead. It's fantastic.
Nice.
All the way to something like a pineapple habanero mead. So there's a lot of variety in there. It's a sort of like the craft brew scene. It's blowing up.
Yeah, and then the mead, of course, comes from medieval times, right?
That's
Is there
right.
a connection there? So you probably have had mead or tried mead at like Renaissance fairs. The tavern itself is modern, but of course has all the different aesthetics that kind of, depending on where you look, kind of bring you back to an era, right? What's the concept behind Tucson Games and Gadgets, and how long have you had this bar open in the mall?
Well, so the bar has been open a little more than a year at this point, a year and a couple of months. It was just something the owner had really wanted to do for a long time. And so when we opened it up, we just themed it to go along with the store, which obviously is fantasy themed. With the amount of Dungeons and Dragons groups we have play there and things like that, we just thought it would be a fun idea. It's sort of in back like a speakeasy. If you don't know it's there, it's easy to miss.
Yeah, it definitely has that speakeasy vibe, which makes it even cooler because you walk by these like bookshelves to go into the back and you look at this room and then bam, got a full-blown bar. And then there's tables down there where people are playing games back there as well.
That's right. In fact, in that hallway you walk down, there's about 500 board games, any of which are free to grab and play inside the bar.
Yeah, this is like the ultimate place for date night, man. Like legitimately. And I think it's also Tucson's best kept secret. To switch up the vibe, you go to Tucson Games and Gadget on any date night, pick any kind of game, try different drinks, and you have this really cool atmosphere, and you're in the mall. Another thing that surprised me, which will surprise a lot of people, is that Tucson Games and Gadgets in the Tucson Mall and the Short Rest Tavern is actually open later than the mall itself is open.
That's right.
Right. So you guys don't close till midnight.
That's right.
Is that every night?
No, 11 on weekdays from Friday to Sunday. It's midnight. They allow us to keep a door open as long as we have a doorman or one of the entrances to the mall. And that's the one between Sears and Dillard's on the second level. You could use that entrance, and we'll let you right in and guide you back to the tavern.
Yeah, this is cool. Now, are other stores within the mall getting jealous that you guys got a full-blown bar? Like, am I going to see Dillard's open a bar soon?
Hot Topic has a bar now.
Yeah, they're just following your lead.
Who knows? Who knows?
Was there pushback from the mall management about getting a liquor license inside the mall? Do you know?
No, the mall's been really good to us. I feel like that they were excited to have something that, would be different and make people, want to come there. So they've been really, really good about it.
I think all malls should take note of this. There's a mall, the Foothills Mall up here, that's completely dead. It's only just like a movie theater and a Ross.
It's something the Tucson Mall has actually done really well. There's a gentleman there who has really pushed hard to get more local type places in there. And, there's quite a few nerd centric places. There's a couple comic book places, a couple sort of toy stores, a science type store. So there is quite a bit of cool local stuff there.
Well, when it comes to nerd business, it's chic to be geek. So, it's really cool to embrace your inner nerd and to be able to just play and be childlike and, feed your imagination and feel free to drop all the nuances that, will make you feel like you're being a cool person and just have fun.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
that's what it's all about, is having fun at Tucson Games and Gadgets with tons of games. What other things does the store offer that most people wouldn't know just by walking by?
Well, obviously we do a ton of different types of games. We have big events every Wednesday and Saturday, for instance. Anybody can come and play D&D. You pay $5. They'll help you make a character if you've never done it, hold your hand through the process. We have a great welcoming group of people. And sometimes that really fires off. We'll get 40 to 60 people in the store wanting to play D&D. So it's a good time.
Yeah, you can play it out in the open in the bar, or they even have private rooms. I know that we did our Dungeons and Dragon night in a private room, which was fun, and we were able to drink the whole time, which made it even more fun, made the imagination flow.
How long was the game you were involved with?
Oh, our game, it was actually a short game, but 3 hours.
Short.
And that is short.
It is.
But you're talking like a full night, and it's good times, and there were good people all around. Speaking of games, we're going to play a game, debut a brand new game. It's called Tap Out, and that's coming up next. And you could win up to $100 in gift certificates to Tucson Games and Gadgets and the Short Rest Tavern. So keep it right here and be ready to call 600 KFMA because Tap Out is live, and it's next on Beef Vegan Presents.
When Slash makes his appearance on the L.A. Lloyd Rock 30 this weekend, it's tour.
Top 10 are all in Florida.
Of course.
Naturally. Yeah. So Florida's all about getting drunk, getting laid. And if you're out there here in Tucson and you're like, man, I can't get laid to save my life, go to Florida. I think, just like when you get off the plane in Hawaii, they give you a lay. When you get off the plane in Florida, you immediately get laid.
Yee.
Yeah, so let's go to Florida.
You should work for their tourist industry there, man.
I should, dude.
And come to Florida, get laid, get high.
And
Don't pay taxes.
We're not talking about no wussy ass flowers. We're talking about leathered women. You like leathered women? In Florida. And there's this week in Florida. We'll keep the conversation going on the podcast broadcast. Join us on the Rock 102.1 Facebook page or youtube.com/BeefVegan. More Beef Vegan Presents coming up next. Clear. All right. So are we here on the stream? Yes. Welcome back to the stream, guys. We're getting everything situated. It's a Tap Out Thursday. I hope you guys checked out Tap Out. We had a lot of fun.
That was fun.
Doing that game. Isn't that a cool game?
It was a cool game.
Oh, yes.
I want to be a scavenger, but I can't.
No, I know.
I'm so excited.
You just want to get paid.
I just want to be a scavenger. It's a cool label.
Yes.
It's badass.
Yeah. So I'll replay what Tap Out we did earlier. With Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets, which you just saw the interview of. And I know Todd's here on the stream. Let's talk to Todd, my dungeon master.
I want to go there so bad now.
Will you play Dungeons and Dragons with us?
I will. I did it years ago. It's fun.
Yeah. So we'll do another D&D night. Todd was excellent in setting up the Dungeons and Dragons game and doing a D&D night. And the only shitty thing is it was on a weeknight, for me, because I got to wake up super early.
Right.
Oh, sorry. The echo was my fault, and that's because I didn't get to mute Rico's thing. So I was setting it up. That was the only thing. Like, Shane was awesome. And then having guests in the 8 o'clock hour is awesome. But the awkward part is, okay, like, I got to get ready for this podcast broadcast to go live, right? And there's no nice way to be like, okay.
I know. You're just like, shut up.
Yeah, time to go. And then you guys are all conversating, and I'm doing all this like work while getting listeners information. I got to figure out a better way to set it up so I have to do less.
Heavy lies the crown, Beef.
All right.
Heavy lies the crown.
Okay. Let's see. Paige said, I just watched Todd playing D&D on Twitch last Saturday. Seemed interesting. What's great with Todd is that he gets super into it, right? As you should. But I remember when we played with Mari, when Todd first went into D&D mode, he blurted out so loudly that it like the words and the sound slapped Mari in the face. And you can see her go, oh, Jesus.
Was not expecting that.
Yes.
Todd sacrificed a goat. That's how intense it gets. Real animal. Like, whoa.
It does. Yeah. All right. So what do we got going on for the podcast broadcast today? Well, the answer is a lot. And I'm just going to read you some of the things that we're going to do and cover. We're going to talk about a man in Oregon who somehow duped a woman into thinking that she was training to be a DEA agent. Ooh. Yes. I have videos of that. I also have see what your music choice says about your personality. Video of a grandfather and grandson fighting against a woman in a 2-on-1 Russian MMA fight. Russian MMA is so obscenely crazy. Yep. That's where you'll see literal brawls, like 12-on-12.
Yep.
They do this all the time. You got to be super tough in Russia.
Russia's a theme park.
And also we have, of course, your beef tip. And if you missed the Morning Moron, since we just did our Florida man, it was another story about Florida, but it was a good one, and I'd like to share with you about this time. So check this out. Today's Morning Moron. Rock 102.1 KFMA, it's Beef Vegan Presents. Time for your Morning Moron. This guy. Oh, this guy. You don't even know this guy yet. You're just saying this guy.
I know I'm going to know him very soon, though.
Yeah, okay. He's a 59-year-old named Eugene. And he was drinking out in Naples, Florida, so it's another Florida man. I have so many Florida stories. I might do my own segment today, this week in Florida.
Monopolized the idiocy.
Right. So, anyways, he was out drinking in Naples, like I said, and he tried to interrupt a live show by climbing on stage. Now, this is always a no-no. Never do this. If there's performers or a band up there, it's not karaoke night. Stay on the ground and look up at the stage. Don't try to jump on the stage unless you're a super hot chick, and then the rules don't apply to you.
Yeah.
Well, he climbed on stage and claimed he was Mick Jagger. That's why I did it. This is what's great about it. It was in a restaurant called Yabba's. Now, it was not the level of venue you'd associate with the Rolling Stones. You know, it's kind of a dive bar. But he got up. He made a scene. He was trying to say he's Mick Jagger, and he's only 59 years old. So that's actually way too young to be Mick Jagger.
Yeah.
But I will show you a mugshot here, Rico. He does kind of look like Mick Jagger.
Wow.
If Mick Jagger made all the wrong life decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's like the Wario version.
Yeah, the methed out Wario version of Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger did meth, and for
and lived in Florida
30 years, he would look like this.
Wow.
And it's unfortunate because this guy actually looks older than Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger is, I think, 78 years old, and he's 59. So 2 decades. Wow. But still. Well, he was also yelling at people at the restaurant, of course. They eventually kicked him out. Cops found him in a nearby park where he charged one of them.
Oh, God.
But he was so drunk while he charged him, he fell over. Police said that he was just in an unstable state, just wasted. He also threatened one of the cops. And then he finished off the night by puking in the back of the cop car. Oh, this guy, he went for the Florida trifecta.
Oh, yeah.
Now he's facing charges of disorderly intoxication, which is a misdemeanor, but also battery on an officer, which is a felony. And for that, Eugene, you're a morning moron. Let's hit the reset. We'll be back with a whole lot more, including an interview with Slash. I talked to Slash and, of course, those tickets for Ghosts and Volbeat. So stick around. It's B50. All right, welcome back to the show. You like that tease and a whole lot more. I did talk with Slash, though, and I did share that. Let's
humble brag.
Let's check in with not Slash. We got Mr. Todd Marley. Good morning, Todd.
He's more like Jack.
Good morning. How are
Here's
you guys today?
D&D talk.
The what? The what talk?
The D&D talk. You've been hearing this?
I did. I heard you. I heard Shane come in. I'm very experienced with Shane. I talked to him actually just yesterday at the store.
Yeah, well, I mean, we want to set something up, you know, with or without. I mean, we just want to book something and do a D&D night with you, our dungeon master. Yeah, Rico, you have to call
my lord.
There you go. Yes, you have to call
your
dungeon master. It's not weird
Big
at all.
No. My name is Todd. Or if you have a DM question,
Todd.
you can say
I
DM.
run the dungeon.
If you come to me with the question going, my liege, can I? The answer is no.
You behead me right on the spot.
Possibly.
My
Actually, no.
name is
Yeah, I would.
I run the dungeon. It has some dragons. They're not the same. Todd's not my name.
That was horrible.
I
You gotta
know.
find a rhyme with dungeon, bro.
Sorry. No. Because first off, I'm doing Ting Tings. That's not my name.
I thought so. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And secondly, you have to rhyme the name part, the aim part, not the dungeon. The dungeon was just a throwaway in between.
My name is Todd.
Okay, let's talk about this MMA fight. So you've seen Russian MMA, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's insane.
The best.
Well,
Because
wait, well, hold on. Let's be a little more specific because is it like man on bear? Is it one dude versus 5 little dudes? Is it like Russian MMA goes a lot of places?
Well, I was gonna set it up.
Here we go.
To, better explain to you.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
if you're not following Russian MMA for years, they've been thinking outside the box and they want to show the world that they're the toughest of the tough, right? So it's not just by having the best Russian fighters, which sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But one-on-one fights are for pussies. Okay, so Russia is always stacking the card like professional wrestling style with MMA. You have seen 5-on-5 fights. There's a whole league for that. And you see handicap matches. Now, this is a fight between 2 guys versus 1 woman. The guys is a 75-year-old grandfather and his 18-year-old grandson going up against a woman, right? Here's a picture of this. You can see these guys. Now, the grandfather looks hardcore as shit, too. He's the one with the tattoos on his face. Actually, they both had tattoos on his face. Russia.
What is going on with this family?
Russia.
And see this woman, the woman, of course, outweighs them both individually, not together. But she's a badass. She's a Russian lady. And the funny thing about this is this woman against these 2 juggalos, Russian juggalos, this woman fucking whoops them up, like embarrasses them.
I'm glad for that.
And Kate, look at this. Look at this shot. This woman, this oversized Cabbage Patch doll beats the hell out of the grandfather and grandson duo at the same time. And this is what makes Russian MMA probably the most exciting sport in the world, because you would never in a million years outside of professional wrestling.
I need to see this.
So yeah, you could actually look it up on YouTube and you'll find clips of this. I don't want to get the stream pulled.
Shvenka versus Vlad.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was Mr. Spartak is punched by Mishka, who is known by her nickname, the Tomboy, as his grandson watches and is like, I don't want to get close to that lady.
No. Ooh, I already found it.
Okay, well then let's share that video.
Hold on, I gotta actually find it. There's like intros and all this.
Okay, scrub ahead, and when you're ready, let me know. We'll pop it up. We got 2.5 minutes to get on the air.
Russian Home Depot commercials.
Yeah, Russia is just crazy. Man,
the best Instagram page I've ever found was Look at This Russian.
Yeah,
every day they just post ridiculously insane Russians.
All right, let's see what we got here.
Look at this intro. Look at these two. How do you do that and think you're tough?
Oh, this is fantastic. It's like the Island Boys, Russian style.
Island Boys.
Russian boys.
See what you did there? All right, scrub ahead because I want to see the fight.
Look at this tattoos for a second. Look at on both of them.
Yeah.
Like
face tattoos.
It's Takeshi 1-3. Is that what this is? Is it a series?
Yeah, that's great.
Where's the lady?
Like Marvel villains.
They do. I'd be like, I'm third generation piece of shit.
Yeah. Her entrance.
Oh man. Boom.
Look at that photo back there.
The tomboy.
She does look like a garbage
stop. You know they had to tell her to stop smiling for that picture.
Yes. And you like that though? Yeah, she's the oversized Cabbage Patch doll.
No smiles.
No smiles. I punch men in face for a living.
I fight like bear.
I fight like bear.
Cook like.
I love blood.
Oh, let me mute that.
Going for it. Wow.
Oh yeah, just clocking him.
Look at that. Get him.
Wow.
Take those dreads with you. Those are your dreads now, sweetheart.
Oh, this is fantastic.
It is the best.
It should be the Super Bowl halftime show.
All right, hold that thought. Pause it. We got about 30 seconds to get on the air here.
Dude, screw the halftime show. This is it.
No, I know the halftime show. What do you mean halftime show? We have to get on the air. Oh, you screw
the Super Bowl.
I'm saying Super Bowl halftime show and just have the tomboy versus two dudes. Yeah.
Great.
It is hilarious. It's fantastic.
That would unite the country.
Only in Russia, you couldn't get away with that here. All right, we got about 10 seconds. I'll pop you in as well, Todd, if you got some clever clips. But if they're not clever, you will be muted.
My liege.
Yes. Here we go. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast. We're joined via satellite by Todd Marley. We're just watching some Russian MMA on the stream where we're seeing a woman named the Tomboy fight against a grandfather and grandson with face tattoos inside an octagon, and it's amazing. It is fantastic. So we're gonna watch more of that here. But first, what kind of music you listen to says a lot about your personality, according to a recent Cambridge University study. So I'll give you a couple of examples. They link the musical preferences and personality, and they say this is a worldwide thing, no matter what you're listening to.
Yep.
So they say like Nirvana fans, they're more neurotic. Do you agree or disagree? I have a neurotic friend on the phone right now, Todd Marley. Do you love
disagree? I don't listen to a lot of Nirvana.
Oh, okay. What kind of music do you listen to? Because I'll be able to give you what your personality trait is.
Sure. Let's see. This month I've been listening to a lot of Aesop Rock.
Aesop Rock?
Yeah.
Let me look it up. Aesop Rock. I guess
you're giving me a personality quiz and you're like, who's this asshole?
No. I know who Aesop Rock is. So okay,
what's your sign,
I got Aesop Rock right here. It says, okay, you're more introverted and more likely to play games on the PC computer.
Wow,
that's pretty spot on.
You're just talking about my life now.
That's what it says right here in this Cambridge study. Rico, give me an example of like a band or artist that you like to listen to.
How about Radiohead?
Radiohead. Okay. It says with Radiohead, you wear your heart on your sleeve and more likely to cry when people aren't looking. Wow. Yeah, it's pretty spot on. Now, agreeable people all over the world will tend to like Marvin Gaye's What's Going On or Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper's Shallow. Those are agreeable people.
Wow.
Yeah. Meanwhile, if you like Ed Sheeran, you got terrible taste in music.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That checks out. That's just science.
Science.
Yeah. So that's just a part of this.
This is how the
study.
future AI robots are going to take over. They're just going to segment us into society based on music preferences.
Well, and our big 5 personality traits. The big 5 personality traits are openness, consciousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and neuroticism. Yeah. So, and really depending on what style of music you like, you'll fall in one of those 5 categories according to this Cambridge study.
So you as a Whitesnake fan, what does that make you?
How dare you?
What? I don't mean to call you out on air. I'm just saying, what does that make you, though?
I mean, just because I have a Whitesnake tattoo doesn't mean I'm a Whitesnake fan, dude.
True.
Yeah. All right, let's watch some Russian MMA on the podcast broadcast stream. We'll hit the reset, be back with more Beef Vegan Presents right after this. Keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Whitesnake.
Who is
How dare you.
there are no knockouts in this. Nobody gets knocked out in this fight. I am disappointed.
They're Russian, dude. Russians don't get knocked out. They get faced by bears daily. You understand? Like there's no knocking out a Russian. Good luck.
But they also decided that there was a winner in this fight, and that's also just not.
We're the winners.
We win on this one.
Real quick, I see you, Manny, on the stream. We're talking about a Streamer Appreciation Week. I think I'm going to do that the first week of March. And Manny, since you are listener number 1 and you've earned that title, I'm going to let you pick which day of the week that you want to come in. And then after I get your day solidified to come in for the podcast broadcast, then I'll fill in the others like Nick and Laura, 2 people that wanted to jump in for Streamer Appreciation Week. So you could email me, Manny, or just comment here what day would be best for you to come in because you get first pick. That's one of the benefits of being the number 1.
I don't know. I think we should have them compete in Russian MMA.
Yeah. Yes.
To come in.
Right.
Against
the number 1 listener back on the line
versus the tomboy.
I have to keep.
Here's my question.
All right. What's your question?
How do you get this tatted up? And try and pretend to be that tough and then look like you've never thrown a punch in your 75 years.
Well, that's exactly the point. They're trying to cover up the fact they can't.
Yeah. It looks scary, so you don't have to actually be tough.
Right.
A lot of people do that. Yeah.
And of course, if you let your grandson tattoo himself like Takeshi 6ix9ine, you are in fact a poser.
You are all bite, all bark, no bite.
Well, who's the poser here? Is it the grandson or the grandfather?
Yes. The answer is yes. Because you see him throwing punches like that. That dude has never thrown a punch in his life. He is not tough.
Hey, you guys are familiar with Twitch, right? Paige is saying, check my whispers. I gave some advice how you could save your past broadcasts. They aren't being saved currently.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know. I don't know how to use the Twitch page.
Yes. Yes, not the past broadcasts, not being saved, not on Twitch. If only you could find them someplace else, some YouTube place.
You're just saying on Twitch for Twitchers.
Some Shatner.
If you have Twitch, you got YouTube. That is how the internet works.
There you go. And Alberto's, he's vouching for Manny.
I've seen him fight in bars.
Yeah.
Against the Russians.
Oh, big whiff.
I'll figure it out, Paige. Or, I think I might actually upgrade on my stream. I'm paying for this, but if I can get the station to pay for this stream at all would be great. And I upgrade, and then I could also stream on the KFMA's YouTube page. So there's about 1,000 subscribers there. But I've been promoting the hell out of the Beef Vegan page, hoping that people would subscribe, and I got over 100. So getting there.
Broke that hundo.
It's growing.
I did break that hundo. Yeah, I did feel good about breaking that hundo too. I mean,
hey, did you lose any listeners off the last break? Just curious if the last ad worked out for you.
The last ad?
Yeah, over the Christmas break. Oh yeah, no, that was the New Year's one. We just had another break, didn't we? Like a week ago.
No, there was no break. I've still been doing this consecutively. I had 3 weeks off at the end of December because of COVID.
Oh right, that's right. We just kept going at the end of COVID.
Yeah.
I need to do more drugs or less drugs. I'm not sure which.
A little bit of both. All right. I do want to share this clip. I'm going to post it on the Facebook page and YouTube as a standalone because we're doing this every Tuesday. I'm super stoked about this game called Tap Out. It's a game where you can be a contestant and rack up gift certificates. But if you lose, our scavengers can swoop in and grab the prizes. We had Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets in to help me co-host this game. And it went a little something like this. Check it out.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
Yes, it's time for the debut of Tap Out, brought to you by Tucson Games and Gadgets with 2 locations. One of them in the Tucson Mall with Short Rest Tavern, and the other one being in Park Place. And I got Shane from Tucson Games and Gadgets. He's going to co-host the game with me. Let's go to the phone, 600 KFMA, that's 600-5362. Whoever answers this question, this first question correctly, is our contestant and will automatically bank a $20 gift certificate. For every answer they get correct, they get another $20 gift certificate. But here's the stipulation. You must answer these questions within 5 seconds or less. If you don't know the answer, you can tap out before the 5-second clock runs out and collect whatever gift certificates you accumulated. But if you answer incorrectly or don't tap out in time, you lose it all. And those 5 gift certificates go to the next 5 callers. All right. I hope that's as clear as can be. Shane, let's go to the phones. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. Let's see who our first contestant is. Rock 1 2.1. Who's this?
Eric.
All right, Eric. Okay. If you can answer this first question, you are a contestant. Shane, go ahead and give him the question.
Eric, where is Tucson Games and Gadgets located?
Tucson Mall.
That is correct. We'll allow it. You are a contestant, Eric, and you just banked $20 in gift certificates. This next question is math. You got 5 seconds to answer this question. Shane, give him the question.
What is 17 plus 24?
41.
That is correct. Yeah, nice. So $40 in gift certificates you have banked, Eric. This next category is MCU. Are you ready? Go ahead and give him the question there, Shane.
Who directed the movie Iron Man?
Tap Out.
Tap out. Oh, all right.
Eric.
So here we
Wow.
go. Fine. He tapped out. He got $40 in the bank. Go ahead and give him that answer.
John Favreau.
John Favreau directed Iron Man. So here's the good news, Eric. You just got $40 in gift certificates to Tucson Games and Gadgets. And what's good news for our scavengers, we got 3 callers that each get a $20 gift certificate courtesy of Tucson Games and Gadgets. And I'll let you pick a number, 3 numbers between 1 and 10, Eric. What callers am I going to be answering for?
2, 7, and 9.
2, 7, and 9. Callers 2, callers 7, and callers 9 will receive a $20 gift certificate to Tucson Games and Gadgets. Stay on hold, Eric. I'm going to get all your info. Shane, thank you so much for coming in and playing Tap Out with us.
Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. For the rest of you guys, more information on Tucson Games and Gadgets you'll be able to find on our Facebook page. Of course, they have a Facebook page. TucsonGamesandGadgets.com is their website. If you want to reserve a game night table or you just want to check out their daily happy hour specials, all that and more you can find online. And we hope to see you soon, Shane. We'll have you in again. Do this again, okay?
Sounds great. I look forward to it.
Yes, sir. All right. Callers 2, 7, and 9. Call right now and good luck. All right, that was our tap out. That is our first time doing it. You know, JJ said I've talked about or been doing it for months. I've talked about it for months. I came up with this idea for the game for months, but it took us a while to get our sponsors involved and have the goodies to give away. Did all right.
Much
for our first time.
success. Yeah, for the first time. That one without a hitch.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's some verbiage I could have said clearer, and but yeah, 3.5 minutes. Did a little tap out game. We'll do it every Tuesday. Next week. We have Fired Pie as a sponsor. Yeah, Fired Pie is going to be in, which is going to be fantastic. And I love Fired Pie, and that's no joke. You know, as far as all the fast casual pizza places, I like Fired Pie, and I'll tell this to whoever comes in. I didn't know they were locally owned and operated, but I like their toppings. They have like sauteed onions and mushrooms, and they have steak, and they have sliced meatballs. They have all the best toppings to throw on their pie. I've made some of my favorite pizzas in this fast casual setup at Fired Pie. I like all the goodies. So I know my girlfriend likes it too. She's on the street corn pizza, so them being a part of it is good. And then we're also going to have a Thunder Bacon Burger Company. Our boy
cool.
Lindy is going to be in studio, and we'll be giving away gift certificates for Thunder Bacon Burger Company, which is fantastic. And honestly, it's been rolling. So Tristan's out there. He's selling these packages like hot fire. So we're going to be doing it for the foreseeable future, and we'll be sold out. And if it gets too popular, then we'll do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So this is the way, like, you streamers, you're privy to inside information, right? So obviously they took away games from me, right? And they're just like, we don't like it when you play games. So they took away tickets for me to give away.
So they play games with you instead.
They play games with me instead, emotionally, right? Which is a dick move. So what do? I create a package that sells, and then now it's generating revenue, and they can't do nothing but say, okay, I guess you could do this game. Oh, that's cool. Thanks for letting me make money for your company, sir. Oh. And that's kind of a way I like it, because I'm kind of being a dick. I'm like, oh yeah, I don't play games. Cool. I'm going to build together the ultimate game package that sells itself. And
what if did you consider that they are maybe getting what they want out of this? Not only did you get told no games, and you turned around and went, oh yeah, MTFer, watch me game. I'm going to go sell the biggest game package you've ever seen. And then you go out and you make all the game packages, and you go out and you sell them all. And you're like, look it, now I have to do games. And they're like, oh, you got us, beef.
I wish they were. I wish that was the case.
It was all part of the plan.
Yeah, I do wish that was the case. But I mean, they do, honestly, obstacles and people saying no, I've always bring out the best creatively. I think in most situations, a lot of people, like my argument for like Howard Stern going to satellite lost a little bit of oomph because he was able to do whatever he wanted to do. And it was kind of like, the FCC giving all these rules and regulations of what you can say, what you can do, and what you can't. That made the creative side of this performer come out, these performers, because you have to work your way around that obstacle. Be like, I still want to do this.
Gives you that hunger.
Right. Well, I still want to get from point A to point B, but then you put this obstacle in between. So I have to figure out a way to create like a C to get around to get to B, right? If that makes sense. But
it does.
Yeah. So I welcome it, and like say no all day long. I'll come up with a way to get what I really want to do done. It might just take longer.
No is just Latin for I'll figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. I got to be very careful with that analogy too, because I don't want it to make it sound like sexually aggressive. Like, I don't take no for an answer. I do take no for an answer in lots of situations, but when it comes to creatively and work and stuff, I just work around. Yes, I am a problem solver. It helps in life when you get dealt nothing but problems. We have to be very quick in our next two segments because our songs are long and our commercial break is godly long. It's 9 minutes. It's ridiculous. So we're going to be in and out. Huh?
You break it up, or you have to do the whole block?
I can't break it up now. It's my last.
I mean, I guess we're out of time now. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting there. But we'll be quick. It was Powers that was talking to me about learning how to drive clutch. He was asking me to drive his Volkswagen van around because it's a manual to see if it's just him or is the car, the van having problems. I haven't done it yet, but I do know how to drive manual, and it's great because it was one of those weird goals that I set for myself when I was younger. I was moving up to Flagstaff to pretend to go to college. And one of my secret goals that I told myself is like, before I move down to Phoenix, I want to know how to drive stick. And it's weird too, because I didn't have a car. I didn't have any financial resources that would lead me to believe that I was going to get a car. And it kind of manifested. So, I linked up with a buddy up there, and together we were opening up a business. It was basically like DoorDash, right? Called it Dine In. It was a restaurant delivery business. And so we got a bunch of restaurants on board. We printed up flyers. We went out and put them up on individual doors all through Flagstaff. And
you guys hustled.
Yeah, that's what you do, right?
Hell yeah.
As a start a business. And so while we're doing that, like right before we're about to open, my buddy Ryan goes out and parties. It gets popped for DUI. Yes. Now he had the car. you know, and he was the money man behind everything. So essentially we're screwed. So he's like, you're going to have to be driving my car. His car was a manual.
Wow.
Yes. And so I learned by doing a road trip down to Phoenix, my very first time driving, going from Flagstaff to Phoenix.
No kidding.
And then back. Yeah. Oh, man. Stalled so many times.
Yeah.
Grinded the gears so many times. But, you know, while delivering restaurant food for the next 2 years, driving one of my best friend's cars around and being essentially like a chauffeur as well. I learned how to drive stick well.
You had to learn.
Yeah, when I moved back down to Phoenix, I accomplished one of those goals. And it was a goal that I didn't tell anyone but myself. You know, those are the kind of goals that are usually the ones that are easier to achieve, because when you talk about it, you don't end up doing it. You don't manifest it.
Yep.
But when you think about it and you keep it to yourself, and this is what I want to do. And then, yeah, the universe kind of worked in a very weird way. And that's how I learned how to drive stick. And now I'm like, yeah, give me, I miss it. Do you have stick? Is yours automatic or stick?
Mine?
Yeah.
Automatic.
Okay.
So.
Do you know how to drive manual?
No.
Oh, see,
never learned.
I think that's a man thing you need to do.
I agree.
Yeah.
I really do want to learn. It's funny you mentioned that too. It seems like a situation either you fall into or you have a friend that has one, you learn through them. I'm surprised there probably is one, but like a business that actually offers just that. Like, we'll give you cars and an instructor teach you how to drive.
They're somewhat becoming extinct, and we're going to actually talk about this new invention that Ford is coming up with now. We got 5 seconds. We're going live. Let's do it. Rock 102.1 KFMA on the podcast broadcast stream. We're just talking about a manual stick drive, you know, knowing how to drive stick.
The best anti-theft device.
Yes, absolutely. And in a lot of ways, if a father or a parent doesn't teach you how to drive stick, you're really never going to learn, because nobody's going to buy a car they can't drive off the lot, right? But Ford just filed this patent for a car that has an optional clutch pedal. Now, I found this kind of interesting because you could drive your car like an automatic or manual. The pedal itself would just be connected to the clutch electronically. Yeah, this is pretty smart, right? So
you flick the switch and switch to modes of your car so you can have fun or not have fun.
Right. And this is great for everyone out there who doesn't know how to drive stick and is too intimidated to buy a new car and attempt to learn. Even if you're meeting up with somebody and buying a used car, be like, yeah, can I take it for a test drive? Boom, boom. And then you stall. Right? Nobody likes that. It's embarrassing. But if you bought this car that has this patent and this invention in it, you could drive off the lot as an automatic. And then when no one's looking, practice how to drive stick. So they say, well, here's
sounds
the deal.
Expensive to fix. As soon as you try and learn and you ruin your transmission, and now all of a sudden you're replacing a double transmission.
That's possible, Todd Marley. Now it is a Ford, so I don't know how expensive it would be, but they say if you push the pedal down, and it would still be possible to stall your engine. But they say that most of it would be handled by an algorithm, which I don't know what that means. I'm a little scared by technology. But I'm still intrigued. So you got my attention, Ford. Yeah. Right. We'll hit the reset. When we come back, I'll give you your beef tip and we'll wrap things up. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. So
Alexa, how's my driving? Your driving sucks.
Yeah.
According to the algorithm.
Yeah.
I've been driving for you the whole time. You are just pushing buttons.
You guys want to see something scary?
I love when you say this. You guys want to see something cool?
Yeah.
Do we?
This tastes bad.
Is it
Try it.
Russian MMA?
Kind of. Well, it has to do with human smuggling. Mexican cartel human smuggling.
I saw some kind of clip going around about some lady that got caught.
Yes.
Okay. I haven't seen it, though.
So this lady, this is nuts. And I might have to skim through a commercial here. Oh no.
Nothing like human smuggling and right after a Bed Bath & Beyond commercial.
Yeah. So say you guys are like border patrol agents, right? And then you catch a human smuggler. You're like, cool, I got her. You should be scared of us. We got the guns. And then this lady does what we're about to see in a clip. And you're like, oh shit, who's driving her to the station? I'm not. I'm out. Oh no. You know, because she is that terrifying.
Oh no.
And I'm waiting for it to load here.
It's like that woman from Cocaine Cowboys or something, where she's like the.
Oh, you're talking about the Black Widow, Esmeralda or whatever.
Yeah.
Giselda. Yeah. I can't wait to see a good movie about her. Jennifer Lopez was supposed to star as her, but I mean a good movie. You know what I mean?
Michelle Rodriguez? No.
No, it would have to be. I mean,
Has to be like an unknown.
she's attractive. I mean, people did enjoy hooking up with her. Here, I'm just gonna do a little face shot so you can see this lady, and hopefully I can get to the video.
Straight out of Breaking Bad or something.
It's worse than that. It's straight out of Walking Dead.
Whoa.
She turned into a snarling beast.
Oh, geez. I didn't expect
I
that.
already like where this is going.
I thought she was like going with like muted threats or something. We'll see.
No, and that's what. Yeah, I want to see.
Okay.
Let's see.
Still image.
I know. Look at her. She looks like a werewolf, dude.
She's not ready to give up the one true ring.
Yeah, oh
At
yeah,
all.
Well, they
Oh, yeah.
brought her out into the light. You'd be angry too. Like,
that's true. This is
Oh my
her.
God.
oh yeah, I saw that video.
Yes.
Oh.
I didn't know there
yes.
was a first half to it.
Oh man, she is mental, and they're freaking out.
Whoa.
They're like,
Possessed.
yeah, no, get out of here.
Arizona homeowners, how would you like to get a brand new
I would love it.
Me too.
I would love to get
Brand
brand new,
new
whatever you
anything.
got. Whatever you got. All right,
Right.
here we go. Uh-oh.
Ma'am, put your feet in so we can close the doors.
Uh-oh. You can see it just ramping up.
This needs music behind it.
Gonna close the door. Stay right there before we move.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Back up. Back up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand those words, sir.
Get your foot back in. Get your foot back in.
Listen. Roll up a newspaper and bop her on the nose. She'll get back.
Oh, no, she understands.
She wants all your children.
Oh, look,
Whoa.
those scritches aren't going to help here.
Bro,
I hear
Some
her.
stuff,
Hey, yo,
bro.
Mike, I need some help with this one
Yeah,
over here.
hold on.
get your foot back
Listen
in
to what
there.
she says.
Get your foot back in there.
Something in Latin.
Ma'am, we're gonna have to cage you. You're not gonna like that.
Oh,
The voice.
Isn't that amazing?
Put your feet back in there.
This is going to be a hot Halloween costume, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Bro,
Bro, she's going full Dracula over here.
we're gonna have
No,
to,
just keep holding it. She's going to sleep. Look, she's going to
I
sleep.
know.
different view. Ma'am,
I want to see her in that UFC ring with the Russian woman.
Oh, yeah. That's a good fight.
That'd be a great.
She got her leg out. She's about 4'7".
No, she's a potato.
Yeah, she is a potato. Yeah, so terrifying.
What? Is that the end of it?
That's the end of it.
Okay.
Yeah, they had to turn the camera off and then beat her up. And then throw her in there.
Can't wait for the sequel. The return.
Anthony said sexy.
La chupacabra.
That's true. Yeah, she would get freaky in bed. You just have to push the belly up there.
Boop. What did she say? Like, I don't understand what you're saying. to
Yeah,
me.
I don't understand what you're telling me.
In her best Penelope Cruz voice.
Yeah,
Do not understand.
this lady first is the Russian grandma. Is there anything else that you've seen on the interwebs that you want to share with us, Todd? A little TV time.
I'm not on that level. No, I can't
wasn't
follow
in
up
Florida either.
possessed lady at the border.
Yeah. Well, this was, I mean, yeah, I think this is Arizona. So we could be fortunate enough to be like, hey, these are our neighbors.
Oh,
I
what,
wonder-
we need to try and get an interview, is what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes.
They'll put us on the map.
No, you need to give me her Tinder profile ASAP.
I'm going to Photoshop one today. That's a great idea.
Oh, man.
That
Would be fantastic.
I wonder if like the Homeland Security or like the people at the Border Patrol are like, we need some more, like, we need positive press. We're doing a good job out here, right, guys? Like, hire some lady to act crazy like that.
Yeah.
Like, see, we're holding her against you and your kids, okay?
Oh, man.
Saving
Well, we
you.
know what Austin's doing next time he goes out.
See Austin going down there?
You know, speaking of Austin, so tomorrow morning we are going to do Austin on the Street again. And we can't do Dollar Air, but the Tucson Gem Show is going down. So
Ooh.
we're going to send him down to the Gem Show and tell him to basically ask people for rocks, got any rocks, and other things. We'll figure it out. He'll have earbuds in. He'll have to say whatever we tell him to say. That's going to be fun. That's going to be in the podcast broadcast tomorrow. But before that, we're going to send him out on the street. I don't know what location yet. I do have a bunch of extra tickets for Tucson for the Gem Show. So wherever we send them, it'll be first come, first serve. If you want tickets for the Gem Show, you want to check out the Gem Show, you're just going to have to meet up Austin wherever he's at around 8 o'clock. and I'm probably gonna send him someplace close to the gem show.
Yeah.
So he can just pop right over right after he's done and make an ass out of himself. So
Have
we're
him
excited
do
about
have him do free chakra alignment for people.
that. Oh, okay.
Like,
I
I
like
can
that
give
idea.
you good chakra alignment. You know.
Any other ideas you want us to do for have Austin do, then let us know. But yes,
Friendly ghost.
yeah, have them offer free chakra alignment
Mhm.
and just be like, okay, let's put these gems here, here, and here, and go, oh,
And then
oh,
talk like that lady.
oh, right. Oh, it'd be fantastic. Yeah, and then all of a sudden, "Rah! I don't understand what you tell me.
Go Gollum on them. Yep.
Send them to Crack Alley near Fort Lowell first. Oh, you mean my neighborhood? Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. No, oh, actually, that reminds me. Anthony did send me this video. I got a minute or so. Because this was on Grant and Oracle. And he, obviously he's pissed off about it because all the homeless people, they're speaking of the homeless. Obviously, we have a homeless problem in Midtown. It's all around the neighborhood. Venice, it's way worse. And those residents there are suing the city for millions.
Mm-hmm.
Because they've been allowing homeless people to set up encampments all over Venice Beach, historic Venice Beach. And then what's worse about it is that at night they do bonfires in the trash cans, which essentially smokes out the entire area. There's a thick fog that it's like a toxic fog that people are breathing in. And obviously anyone who lives there and pays rent there is spending a lot of money. I mean, things are fucked and people need to figure it out because right now, wherever you look, it's not going well. But here's what Anthony sent me. Check this out.
Doing a fantastic job. Look at this. Smoking crack and meth like it's nothing.
Gotta smoke your crack somewhere.
Keep up good work, guys. Look at that smoking that shit. Real.
But what do we do? Are you just like set them up? I think Phoenix had an area that they would push homeless people to. There's got to be a way to figure it out. And I thought tiny homes was going to be the answer. I know there was some programs in Oregon or in Oakland.
My buddy did a documentary on that actually.
Right.
The tiny homes, yeah.
Yeah, so we do have to figure something out. And, housing's not getting any cheaper. So, that's neither here nor there. And I only got 7 seconds. I'm going to give you
Just solve the homeless crisis.
Yeah. We're out of time.
Here's a beef tip. Always watch the clock.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. We're this close to solving the homeless problem in Tucson, but then we ran out of time.
Yeah, just
All
like
right.
the officials.
It's so close. Better luck next time. All right, let's wrap things up with the beef tip. Here is your beef tip of the day. You've been buttering your bread all wrong your whole life. That's just something that you didn't know. But yes, now if you've been buttering your bread by getting butter and then trying to smear it all over the bread, that's wrong.
No,
that's not how you're supposed to do it. The polite way to do it
Oh,
is to put your own serving of butter on your plate, and then you tear your bread into individual pieces, and then you butter each one on right before you stick it in your mouth. So this is according to experts who know how to eat fancy. Yeah, sigh, because you're a slob. You've been buttering your bread like some kind of pig man.
I don't need your bourgeois bread tactics.
Hey, next time you're on a date, if you do that, they're like, oh, this guy, he's
She'll leave
sophisticated.
immediately. Like, no, she won't. Like, what
Well, I
the hell
don't-
are you doing?
Hey,
Yeah,
this is
when you
according to-
individually get each one, she's not going to look at you like you're crazy.
No, we'll see. Nope, that's the polite way to do it. And you just let her know to Google it, and you're right. So next time you butter your bread, keep that in mind. That's your beef tip of the day. Tomorrow morning, Herb Stratford's going to be in studio. Justin Spears going to be talking about the Super Bowl. We'll have tickets for Ghosts and Volbeat and so much more. So keep it. Well, just tune in tomorrow. Duh. See, I'm so close to getting out of here smooth. Riley's up next for the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef, will come and end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.
Like an echo now.